Well, absolutely, Michelle. I can tell you this much. It was a very short appearance as expected. And of course, now the matter has been moved to the 23rd of August. But joining me now, perhaps to shed more light, is the NPA's Phindi Mjonondwane. Phindi, a very good morning to you. Perhaps, do you want to give us an indication from the state whether do you have a strong case here?
Morning, Kaya. As the NPA, we have appointed an experienced prosecutor to deal with this prosecution, and we have therefore faith in his expertise to do justice in this case.
And also, just in terms of the conditions, do we know what will be regulating while Mr. Zuma is out and free for now, of course?
Well, if I can put it in a layman's language, Mr. Zuma is out on free bail. So there are no conditions set, as we know that conditions can only be set if there is a formal bail application held in court, and whereupon the state brings forth as to what it wishes to be the conditions that the accused person should be subjected to.
And also, just going back to 2014, Phindi, this matter happened in 2014, and there was a decision that the NPA made where the matter was actually stopped due to insufficient evidence. Why the about 10? Why have you changed your tunes?
Well, just going briefly into the history of the matter, we'll remember that the NPA took a decision not to prosecute from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions in South Gauteng. That decision was taken in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. This after the matter was referred for an inquest, which is a judicial inquiry in trying to determine the circumstances surrounding a person or person's death. The outcome of the inquiry was received by the NPA in December 2014, and hence took a decision then not to proceed with prosecuting Mr. Duduzane Zuma in 2015. But later on, AfriForum wrote to the Office of the National Director of Public Prosecutions requesting a nollie prosecute certificate that then prompted further handling in this matter since it was already closed. So further handling of a matter would come if only there is a complaint about dissatisfaction in handling of a particular matter. This happens on a daily basis in every NPA office. So this request then by AfriForum prompted the Office of Advocate Sibongile Mzinyate to do further handling in the matter, and that's when he came with a decision to review the prior decision taken by the Director of Public Prosecutions not to prosecute.
And I guess another very critical element into this, Phindi, once again the main reason why today we've seen the postponement, just briefly.
Okay, the matter was set down as a first appearance wherein the state had to formally place the charges on record against Mr. Duduzane Zuma, which are 2 of culpable homicide and 1 of an alternative count of negligent driving. So as a state, we brought an application for the matter to be postponed so that we can disclose the contents of the docket to Mr. Duduzane Zuma's legal team.
All right, so thank you so much indeed to Phindi Mjonondwane, of course, from the NPA. Of course, Michelle, talking about why we've seen the postponement, and I can tell you this much. I got an opportunity of asking Mr. Zuma as to how does it feel today not to have leg chains, and briefly tried to deflect and just said, you have a good jacket. So back to you, Michelle.